Okay. Hi, my name is Guadalupe. I'm 24 years old. I'm the oldest of four. My parents and I, along with my sister, who's a year younger than me, came to California 22 years ago. The reason my parents decided to bring me and my sister over was because they did not have the opportunities that they wanted their kids to have. My mother did not finish elementary. The highest she went was third grade. My father was able to finish middle school. And once they saw me and my sister, um, I guess they've always said that they didn't want us to go through what they did. They wanted us to have an education, have the opportunity someday, be somebody, be something, be someone. Um, they didn't have the opportunity because my grandparents obviously didn't have the financial resources to send them off to school. My father started working at a very young age. I know that my mom has told me that he started working about the age of 5. Sometimes because he was of his age, they didn't want to hire him, so he had to go off and steal food from places to give food to his family. And my mother started working at a young age as well, and it was easy for her because back home, I guess, people were always looking for house cleaning maids, and young girls are low pay and easier to hire. And well, my parents didn't want me to go to that through the hardship, me and my sister. So 22 years ago, they decided to make the move. I was born in Mexico. I've never been there. I've only heard stories. And growing up in a different country with a different language, it's hard. It can be hard at times, especially because people see your brown skin and automatically assume where you're from and the language you speak. A very vivid experience for me is when I was in third grade, summer school of third grade. I had to go to an all-affluent white school. I honestly, my English was not very good, and I knew it, and I was always kind of shy about it, never really wanted to speak, and just kept to myself most of the time. And I remember during recess, I had to go out and play, and I was playing with friends, and then I had to use the restroom, and on my way out, there was 3 Caucasian girls, a few years older than I was, and I mean, I didn't know how to respond to them because of my English barrier, but I did understand everything they were saying, and just to hear them say, you know what, you don't belong in my country, you're a wetback. At that time, I had no idea what a wetback meant. To me, it was somebody whose back was wet. Like I had no idea what that term meant. And then just them saying all these things of go back to my country, why are you here? You don't even know our language, can't even speak English. Like it was hard. Like all I could honestly do was run back into the bathroom and cry. I didn't want to go back inside the classroom. Once I did go inside, the teacher just asked me if everything was all right, if something had happened, and I lied. I said I fell, and that's the reason I was crying. I went home and told my mom what had happened, and I told her I didn't want to go to school. I begged her for me to just drop me off from summer school, like make an excuse so I wouldn't go. She refused because she said it would only make me stronger, and I should prove to those girls that someday my English would be better. Someday I'd be where I would want to be with the language. And I thank my mother for it because honestly, thanks to that experience is where I am now, and it only makes me push forward because I do believe that if it wasn't for those hardships that I have to overcome every day, I wouldn't be as passionate of who I am and what I am and where I want to go. And I thank them that even though it's hard at times, I thank them for giving me the opportunity to have a better future, to be in a place where where I don't have to struggle, where I am able to fight not only back for myself, but for all those other youth who are coming and are going through, because even though schools don't want to admit that there's still bullying, there's still racism in schools, there still is in 2013. And just trying to make them see that, you're not the only one that's been there. I've been through it, and we can overcome it. I am currently doing an AA to become a paralegal assistant and a probation officer. I am applying for the master programs of social work, so hopefully I hear something back from them in April, and just keep going and being a good example for my siblings, from other youth, from people, even older people who always say, you shouldn't go to school, I'm too old, why go back? Always encourage them. You're never too late to do something you want, especially with education. I guess it's just the passion that sees somebody be better and be successful within themselves and believing they can do it.